Okay, all right. So, welcome today. Again, this is Kristi with Ancient Hawaiian Healings, and thank you so much for joining me for this incredible healing and initiation today. So, as promised, we're going to be doing a healing, which we'll be doing 2 different rounds of healing. And after that, we're going to be doing a oneness initiation. So I know several of you have done some of these initiations with me. Just a little background on myself. In addition to having learned several healing modalities, you guys, like myself, are old wise souls. There's a part of us within us that already knows we're one. In the mind and the head, that can get a little bit confusing because we're thinking about, okay, how could I be one with that crazy person over there that did this really horrible thing? Well, we're not one with the body personality. We're one at a whole divine level. And I know that part of you already knows that. It's just something to kind of get straight in your own head so that when you're walking out in the world, one thing you want to focus on is, how am I one with a divine part of them? Let me see that divine part of them, even if it's somebody who, in your own mind, is doing something that's not appropriate. Remember that we each also have our own journey in this world to learn and to grow and to teach. And so some of those really horrible things that happen end up being incredible teachers. Remember that on a soul level, we all decided to come down here and play the role that we are playing. Right? There is no mistake. So the roles that people are playing, if any of them trigger anything inside of you, that's something for you to look at. That's not something for them to change. Does that make sense? Because that's how you will learn and grow. When you get triggered, when you get pushed into judgment of right or wrong, that's for you to look at, because in a state of oneness, actually what happens is there are no thoughts. Everything just is. You can look at the world in a whole different perspective. Is that perfect all of the time? Not necessarily. The more that you are able to stay in that Eckhart Tolle calls it thoughtless awareness, meaning there are no thoughts. And so sometimes it's easier to start that through meditation and to get into that state. And then later, when you're getting used to mastering that state in meditation, you can bring it into your everyday awareness. And how do I stay in that state? One is, asking to stay in that thoughtlessness, right, where you're not having judgment about other people. We're taught a lot in our society that everything is right or wrong. That's the duality part of this world. We live in a world that we came to that is filled with duality, and that helps teach us, right? That helps us learn and grow. That helps us evolve, and that also helps us to remember who we are as we do evolve. So remember those things as you're moving forward, that one of the things that I learned about oneness is that you can reach a state of oneness on a spiritual level where you go into that, incredible state, and then you've got your body personality to deal with. And so the rest of the time, once you've reached that state, is working on the body personality aspect of that and staying in that awareness that everything is divine, that all of the situations that are going on have a purpose, have a divine purpose. Every person who's playing a role in your life or in the world has a divine purpose, right? They came down here to play that role for themselves and for everyone. If there's somebody who is known publicly, they play that role for the world. We all agreed upon that, right? So let's remember that, and it's easier to think that way and remember that there's one divine plan, right? Split off into billions of elements, which is us. So each of us is carrying out our own piece of the divine plan. And the more that we can strive toward reaching those higher states of consciousness, it does affect the whole. And I've said this before in my classes. You want to include activities, include people, include situations, include elements in this world that are going to help you stay balanced in the whole. Do you get to do that all the time? Not unless you're a hermit or living up in the mountains or, out in a retreat or something. But the more you include that in your world, then the more you can stay at the higher vibrations. Tune into what does that for you. For me, I love nature. I love to connect with trees. I love to find spots in nature that hold a lot of mana, as we say in Hawaii, which is spiritual life force energy. It's powerful. You can go into higher states of consciousness when you're in those places. That's why in ancient cultures they created ceremonial sites. Today in some religions, the churches, when you walk into the churches, you can sometimes really feel the powerful energy because the intent, I'm not saying all churches, but the intent is to connect with those higher parts of us, to be in that divine grace. So find places that work for you. Create a place in your own home. If you like crystals, use crystals. If you can create a ceremony, a daily ceremony of releasing energies and sending energies back to people that are trying to connect with you. For me, I'm a pretty sensitive person, and so I can feel people's energies a little too well, and so every single day I send energies out. And I'm going to share this with you. I just had my friend's grandson was here, and he's been labeled as mildly autistic, and he can have really big mood swings. Some of that is due to his diet right now and other elements. But one of the things that Spirit showed to me, and I'm just being asked to share this with you for whatever reason, was to give him a crystal. And I give him an amethyst. That's what I was guided to give him. And asked him that whenever he calls it grumpy, whenever he gets grumpy, that he hold that amethyst in his hand and send all of the energy, all the grumpy energy into that crystal. And I told him, to see it all going in there and to feel it all leave him. And so that's a tool that I haven't necessarily used before, but was given by Spirit, and that's something that everybody can use. Whatever works for you, if it's a rock or a crystal or whatever, you can, there's all types of clearing ceremonies that you can do, candles, incense, sage, all kinds of things. But direct all of the limiting and negative energies that are impacting you into something. You can send it all into a fire. You could put it all in a bubble and send it to the sun. Think of something, though, that you can do so that you are regularly cleansing yourself of some of those energies that are inundating us, constantly. You can't hardly exist in the world. I don't even watch the news, and you hear about the crazy stuff that's going on. Because I do still watch TV, so I'll see stuff once in a while, but certainly not intentionally. So surround yourself, create a space that is sacred for you in your world. Treat yourself as sacred. Treat yourself as the divine. All of this comes from within, that the more that you treat yourself that way, the more that you see yourself that way, the more that you can hold that space for yourself. And it's not about ego. It's not about saying you're better than anyone or everyone. It's about holding yourself in the divine grace that you are, so that you can not only help yourself, but that you can help others. We're not here to throw that into ego. Some of the people, there's all types of people here. There's old souls, there's souls that have been around a little while, and there's, really young souls. And each of us is on our own journey of evolution. And so are you guys at a state where you can connect with and reach the states of oneness maybe more easily? Probably, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist in everyone. Everyone already is that. And so the more that we can vibrate it, the more that we can stay in it, the more that we can have intention with it, the greater the possibilities are for you to live that beingness and exude that beingness, and to share that with all the people that you come in contact with, and all of the people that really everyone, but the more that it's like, I like to use the analogy of seeing a child walk into a room that is just so filled with joy, and instantly affects everybody in that room. It's because of the energy that child is exuding. It's just pure joy. And so that's our goal, is to exude that pure divine grace, that pure oneness, that limitlessness, the joy, the bliss of oneness. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about what can happen in a oneness experience. As I mentioned before, your thoughts can stop. And it's sort of a strange experience, because it's all of a sudden that your mind kind of shuts off. And so you'll notice it, especially if you are in your thoughts a lot. You will notice it. And you might also start to notice that you really don't sense a body anymore. You are just feeling your presence, but the body sort of fades away. You're not really aware of being in one anymore. Some people feel intense peace or joy or laughter or compassion. And some people, when they go into the state, they will stay there for a while. Some have gone into it for a few days or a few weeks. So know that that's a possibility, and it will shift your perception of the world. I had a friend ask me one time about it, and he had been working on going into oneness. I had also shifted into oneness a little bit earlier, and he said it's really an energy or a perception shift, isn't it? And I said, yeah, it is a perception shift. And it's as if when that happens, it's as if it was there all along, because it is there all along. What happens is we come into this world and we're taught separation. We're taught duality. We're taught right and wrong. We're taught yes and no. And we suddenly go from being this limitless, amazing being to feeling confined, feeling limited by the choices that we're being presented with, or the limitations of choices, however the case is, and all the experiences that you have in your world. But remember that whatever experiences you have had in your life, and old souls don't always choose the easiest experiences. They're the ones you're going to find that had, some very trauma-filled childhoods. Not always, but sometimes, because it's like we're on a mission to evolve as quickly as we can, and we create these situations to help awaken us, because when we get in a body, we soon forget that we're this amazing divine being. So just remember that all of those experiences that you have and have had are a part of the journey to get you to here. And again, we can't necessarily judge where somebody else is are at on their journey, and we also don't get to decide what they're meant to learn from that situation. It might look like something, and on a soul level, we don't know. I had some situations where I did healings with some cancer patients, and as a healer, you want to go in and you want to heal that physical imbalance. And right after the session, she thanked me, and she said, this session gave me hope. And so I'm not sure exactly what the outcome of the actual session was, but in that moment, I learned that we don't get to decide what a person's journey looks like, or what they're meant to learn from it. And so that shift for her was really powerful, that it gave her hope. Hope in what? Maybe hope on all areas of her life. Maybe hope that it can be healed. I'm not sure. That's just what she told me. So what people are actually learning along their soul's journey isn't for us to decide, and isn't for us to batter into them, and isn't for us to try to shake it into them. We can open doors, we can plant seeds, but that's it. What they do with it is up to them and what they're ready for. And same with you guys. And so today, I'm because you joined this, at least a part of you is ready to awaken into oneness. Some of you already have started to do that, have had incredible meditations. When people go into a state of oneness, I can see this light that's in the center of their head that shines like a beacon. And each of you on this call have pieces of that. So that's good for you to know, good for you to open up to, good for you to acknowledge yourself for. What can you do after today to continue in this process? One of the best things you can do is meditate. Meditating and surrendering your ego, meditating in powerful mana places, sacred places, having that intention, learn more about oneness, learn more about other people's experiences of it, connect yourself with that energy, surrendering the ego, the thoughts, and each time a thought comes in, surrendering it. So remember that your ego doesn't necessarily want you to be in oneness, because then it feels like it's not helping you. The ego thinks that it's trying to protect you by keeping you limited, because you've had experiences where you experience fear or experience something bad happen. So it's like, okay, we're not doing that again. That was scary. Let's not do that. Or you see something in the world. Okay, let's not do that. So the ego thinks it's protecting you, when in truth it is limiting you, right? Because the more you have divine grace, divine oneness, in your consciousness and in your heart, and that's where you live from, the more you create that in your world. Your world around you is a mirror of who you are, is a reflection of who you are. So the more you shift your energy within, the more your world, the closest world around you will really shift, and the more of what you see in the world will shift. It's like, the saying that whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it. Well, so people can be 5 people having the same experience, and each of one of them has a different perspective of that experience. Well, the more that you sit in the energy of divine perspective, divine oneness, divine grace, the more you're going to see the divinity in those experiences rather than the pain or the trauma or the drama or whatever that is. So I hope that makes sense. So do things that help you hold on to that state. Surround yourself with things that remind you of that state or have high vibrations. And, it's important to do all of those because this is a dense, heavy world that we can live in at times, and especially for the light workers and the old wise souls like yourselves, we need to incorporate those sacred elements to keep us in constant remembering that that's who we really are. Okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the healings. As mentioned, we're going to do 2 powerful healings today, and then a oneness initiation. So go ahead and getting ready for the healings, getting yourself into a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. As I mentioned before, if you tend to fall asleep, then you might want to sit up. So just kind of settling out of all that information that I just shared with you, taking a deep breath in, holding it, and blowing it out. Blow that weight off your shoulders, for your arms, your torso, your legs. Taking another deep breath in, holding it, and blowing that out. Just releasing any stress, any tension, any thoughts. Feeling your shoulders drop. Getting into a centered space. Very good. There's already a lot of energy coming in. So remember that miracles happen. Miracles can happen instantly. Okay? That opening yourself up to healing today instantly is possible. Opening yourself up to oneness today is possible. So allow and receive. Good. And we're going to do a grounding exercise. Feeling a ball of light at the base of your spine, and it's going to split off into 4 grounding cords, 1 going down each side of the buttocks and 1 going down each leg. And we're going to follow the 2 down the legs, down the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, going out the bottom of the feet, and all 4 now going down through the floor, through the crust of the earth, through the mantle, and all the way down to the center of the earth, where they're going to melt into or weld into the center of the earth on 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. And I use this technique for people who have a hard time staying grounded. Feeling yourself melt into or weld into the core of the earth. Good. And we're going to bring the earth energy up, in, around, or through those grounding cords. So bringing that earth energy up through the mantle, through the crust of the earth, through your floor, and coming up and feeling your feet, filling the ankles, filling the calves, the knees, the thighs, and all four, gathering at your first chakra right now, filling that first chakra with beautiful earth energy. You may sense a warmth. You may see a color. I see it as kind of golden, a light golden color. You may hear a tone. No matter how you experience it, it's fine. You might feel a tingling. You might not feel anything, and that's okay. Just have the intention that earth energy is coming up into that first chakra, and we're going up into the second chakra. It's filling that second chakra and spreading out. Up to the third chakra, it's your solar plexus, filling it and spreading out. Up at your heart chakra, filling and spreading out. Filling your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingertips. Going up into the neck, the fifth chakra, filling it and spreading out. Up into the head, the brain. Allow it to just settle the brain down into the sixth chakra, your pineal gland, filling it and spreading out. Up into the seventh chakra at the top of your head, filling and spreading out. And then shooting out the top of your head like a fountain. And making sure that earth energy is just coming up unimpeded, easy flow, and feeling your strong connection to the earth, opening yourself up to experience it fully. Good. And now we're going to bring down a column of divine energy or cosmic energy to balance out with the earth energy. So bring that column down. It might feel a little lighter. It might have a lighter color. It might have a lighter energy or tone. Bringing that down. And on 3, coming into your 7th chakra. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. And it's mixing with the earth energy in the 7th chakra and filling, spreading out into the chakra and down to the 6th, filling and spreading out, and down to the 5th, filling and spreading out, shoulders, arms, hands, fingertips, down to the heart and mixing with that earth energy. And filling and spreading out in the heart chakra. Down to the 3rd, mixing and spreading. Down to the 2nd, mixing and spreading. Down to the 1st, mixing and spreading. And down through the pelvic area, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet, and the toes, and shooting back down. Those grounding cords, I like to make a perfect connection, so as I send that all the way down to the center of the earth and the core of the earth on 3, 1, 2, and 3. Making complete, balanced, whole connection between the earth and cosmic energies, feeling flow coming down and flow coming up unimpeded. Complete balance. Very good. And let's call in any healing guides or helpers, gods, goddesses, angels, masters to assist us today. So I ask that any light beings, any ascended masters, any high-level frequency beings, gods, goddesses, guides that are here to assist anyone today, that they join us now. We ask that they join us to assist us in this healing and assist us in this oneness initiation. And feeling those guides and angels and gods and goddesses appearing, feeling their energy. Very good. And setting an intention right now to the universe and your helpers that you're asking for an instantaneous healing on all levels and to instantaneously awaken to oneness consciousness, to remember who you truly are and to live from that state. Create a beach ball-sized bubble out in front of you. On the count of 3, into that bubble you're going to send any and all energetic blocks that hold you back from being completely whole on all levels. Any limitations on physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, or etheric levels. All limiting thoughts, beliefs, and unconscious perceptions. The third dimension reality of duality. And anything else holding you back on any level from any lifetime. All right, have the intention that all that's going into the bubble. On 3, ready, 1, all energy holding you back from complete wholeness is going into the bubble. 2, releasing it all. And 3, sending all that into the bubble. Good. Good. And let's send that bubble off to the sun. You can blow on it if you want to. It has to go. Just sending that off to the sun, watching it go out into the sun, and exploding into the sun, dissolving every single bit of all of that energy, and feeling that release. Very good. Now visualize yourself living exactly the way you want, in that space of divine grace, in that space of divine wholeness, divine oneness, seeing the world through the eyes of the divine, seeing yourself and feeling yourself being in that state. And let's keep that focus for the healing. So I'll be walking you through each of the things that I do. You're going to hear me count backwards from 7, because you have 7 layers of your chakra. Okay. First, we're going to bring down this flame energy. It's kind of a reddish, orangish flame energy that is so powerful it's going to dissolve any other limitations or blockages that your ego has created on the physical level, mental level, emotional, or etheric levels. So remember, the goal here is to get back to complete balance and harmony. So this is dissolving limitations and blockages and duality. Okay? I'm asking the highest level of healing energy to be shared with you at this time. Calling it down. And on 3, ready, it's coming down first into the 7th chakra. You'll feel it on the top of your head. On 3, going into the 7th layer of the 7th chakra. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Feeling that flame energy burning, dissolving. It's not going to actually feel hot or burning to be uncomfortable, but you will feel it dissolving. Any limitations or blockages on this 7th chakra level. 7th layer, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, half edge of your skin, through your aura. Allowing. I'm working with each of you individually as well. Good. Now the energy is going to travel down into the 6th chakra. On 3, ready, 1, 2, and 3. In the 7th layer. Burning up, dissolving all limitations, blockages. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the edge of your skin, through your aura. Dissolving all blockages. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. All blockages from any lifetime that you've carried forward. Very good. All right, down to the 5th chakra at your throat. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Going into that 7th layer. Flame energy. Dissolving. Burning up all blockages, limitations, the words you haven't spoken that you needed to, any other limitations you've experienced in this lifetime or any other lifetime, this 3rd chakra communication level, including communicating the truth of who you are, dissolving all duality, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, out the edge of your skin and through the aura. Very good. And next it's traveling down into the heart chakra on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Going into the 7th layer. Burning up, dissolving all limitations, any blockages. 7th, all hurts. 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, through the edge of your skin and through your aura. Any energy that got stored here, allowing it to dissolve instantly. Energy that got stored as a blockage, dissolving instantly. Any hurts, dissolving instantly. Any pain, dissolving instantly. Any feelings of not feeling loved, dissolving instantly. Very good. And energy's going down into the 3rd chakra on 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. In the 7th layer. And dissolving and burning up all limitations and blockages. This is your will and willpower chakra. So allowing it to dissolve the ego, dissolve the need to be right, dissolving any hurt you might have had with other people judging you. Or are you judging others? 7th layer, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Dissolving all limitations, all blockages, all duality through the edge of your skin, out through your aura. Good. Down to the 2nd chakra on 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Into the 7th layer. These are your emotions, your passion, creativity, burning up, dissolving all emotions that got stuck there, stored there, stuffed there. All limits, all imbalances, allowing them to dissolve right now. The 7th layer, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, asking to dissolve instantly all limitations, all blockages, all duality in the 2nd chakra. Out there to your skin, through your aura. Good job. All right, down to the 1st chakra. On 3, ready, 1, 2, and 3. Burning up, dissolving all limitations and blockages on this 1st chakra level, your safety chakra, safety and security, 7th layer, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Out the edge of your skin, through your aura, dissolving, releasing, burning up all blockages, all limitations, any fears, any old stored energies from this lifetime or any other lifetime. Very good. And we're going to send healing energy into the spine. So starting at the top of the spine and moving all the way down to the bottom of the spine. On 3, 1, 2, and 3. Any blockages that are there being dissolved right now. In the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the hands, your full arms and shoulders. Your hips, your knees, your ankles, your feet. Dissolving all old energies, old blockages, limitations, duality, limitations. Through your whole leg. Good, and through every single cell of your body on 3. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Dissolving all limitations, all imbalances, all energy blockages. On 3, it's going to burn up every single bit of energy that is blocking you or holding you back in any way from being your full divine self. On 3, ready, 1, 2, and 3. Dissolving all that energy. Burning it up, every single cell. Alright, you're probably feeling the energy is already getting pretty high. We're still doing one more round of healing. The 2nd level is Oneness Healing energy, bringing you back completely into wholeness, into every aspect of who you are. So we're calling on the highest level of powerful Oneness Healing energy that you can most easily accommodate. And on 3, starting at the 7th chakra, ready, 1, calling it in, 2, opening to receive it, and 3, going into the 7th chakra, the 7th layer, moving through, creating wholeness in every single cell. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the edge of your skin, through your aura. Down to the 6th chakra on 3. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. 7. Bringing you back into wholeness. Oneness healing energy. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the edge of your skin and through your aura. Back into complete wholeness. The 6th chakra level, seeing yourself as divine, as in complete balance on physical, emotional, mental, etheric, spiritual levels. Down to the 5th on 3. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. The 7th layer, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Out the edge of your skin, through your aura. Seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing. You living your truth of being your divine self. Speaking your truth of being your divine self. Speaking your divine grace. Being that divine grace. Being that oneness perception. Good. And down to the 4th chakra at your heart. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. Going into the 7th layer. Sixth, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, through the edge of your skin and through your aura. Being divine wholeness, this heart level, this love level, being divine love, being the highest version of divine love that you are. Down to the 3rd chakra on 3. 1, 2, and 3. And the 7th layer. 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, out the edge of your skin, and through your aura. Being one with the divine. Having the divine will be your own. Being completely guided at all times by the divine. Allowing the down to the 2nd. Ready, 1, 2, and 3. The 7th layer. 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, out the edge of your skin, through your aura. Being that divine aspect of who you are, bliss, joy, happiness, with peace. On that emotional level, connected to your creativity, your passion. Your true bliss in all areas of your life. Being completely guided at all times in the divine flow. Down to the first. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. In the 7th layer. 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Out as your skin through your aura. Being in complete wholeness. Feeling safe, supported, secure, abundant. Divine being that you are, dissolving anything else that's holding you back from being complete wholeness and oneness. And your spine, top to the bottom, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your hands, your hips, your knees, your ankles, your feet. This oneness healing energy is going into every single cell of your body, your physical body, emotional body, mental body, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, bringing you back into complete wholeness on every single level, and 3, seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing you're in complete wholeness, releasing any thoughts otherwise, releasing any feelings otherwise, allowing them to dissolve instantly. Very good. Okay, and lastly, we're going to be doing the oneness initiation. So just opening yourself up. I know a lot of you are already pretty blissed out, so this is just going to help with that. Just opening yourself up to being in the state of oneness and living from this state, from this day forward, awakening to it fully. And we're going to start at the center of your being, where you already know your oneness. And this should be at your heart center. If it's down closer to your 3rd chakra, that's okay too. On 3, we're going to start with initiation there. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Highest level of oneness and divine oneness energy. Initiating you, awakening you. Surrender to it. Good. And now we'll do the initiation in each chakra, starting at the 7th. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Highest level oneness initiation you can most easily accommodate. Through every layer. At this level of energy, the chakras and layers sort of disappear. Sending it, and the intention of it going into that 7th chakra area, connecting you fully, with your oneness, activating it, awakening it fully, down to the 6th. 1, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Down to the 5th. 1, 2, and 3. Down to the 4th. 1, 2, and 3. Just kind of moving very quickly on its own. Down to the 3rd. 1, 2, and 3. 2nd. 1, 2, 3, and 1st. 1, 2, and 3. Every single chakra completely aligned with oneness on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. And your shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands, fingertips, your spine, your hips, your knees, your ankles, your feet, your toes, on 3. 1, 2, and 3. And every single cell of the physical body on 3, being initiated to highest level of oneness you can most easily accommodate. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Every aspect of the emotional body being initiated to wholeness on the highest level you can most easily accommodate. 1, 2, and 3. Surrendering any old emotions that might be left here. Let them go, dissolve into wholeness. Good. And on the mental level, sending oneness initiation to the highest level you can most easily accommodate. On 3. 1, 2, and 3. Surrendering your thoughts, your judgment, your perception of duality. And one last initiation at the 3rd eye on 3. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Seeing, feeling, hearing, knowing yourself, living your life completely in alignment with the divine on every single level. Living, feeling yourself and seeing yourself living in divine grace, complete balance on a physical level, an emotional level, mental level, living a state of oneness. dissolve into it. On 3, ready, 1, 2, and 3. Good job, everybody. Take some time to really enjoy this energy, integrate it, remembering that the healing stays with you. Keep breathing that in, visualizing yourself living from a state of oneness. When you're ready to come back to your breath. And then you can slowly open your eyes whenever you're ready, but take some time to enjoy it and integrate it. Thank you all for joining me today. I love you so much. Thank you for opening yourself up to this oneness. Great job for receiving. Ahui ho. Until we meet again. Aloha.